Hey, greetings. I'm SomeoneNamedDean. Welcome. This is Neon Struct. Die Augen der Welt. And I don't know what that band that, if it comes back on, I'm gonna point it out. But there's a song that comes on, it's really good. Oh, this one's also kind of good too, actually. I like, I've been in love with the music in this level, man. Anyways, last time we played, well, our boss was a huge, how do I put this? And set us up to fail, take the fall for his schemes, because we were doing the right thing, you know. So we, you know, one of our buddies on the part of our agency, Vinod, he was like, hey, I'm gonna help break you out. I'll just open the door, you gotta do the rest. And here we are. And we got a tracking chip inside of us we gotta do something about, so we gotta make our way to medical clinic, but just kind of exploring this level here. What was this again? News terminals. Let's see, world news, entrepreneur and venture capitalist Peter Tannhauser announced today that his independent media corporation Tanco will launch a new channel dedicated to publishing secret and leaked information. I feel like this guy's gonna be important. At a press conference held this morning in Hamburg, Tannhauser promised to expose abuse of power by governments around the world and said that Tanco has sufficient resources to defend itself against the unchallenged authority of those governments. After the conference, we spoke with critics of Tannhauser who described him as an anarcho-capitalist with expressed concerns about Tanco's own unchecked growth and power. Just seeing if the article changes. Advertisement. Introducing NanoNick, a revolutionary new way to get your fix. NanoNick's patented nanobots synthesize 100% pure nicotine right in your bloodstreams, right when you need it. It's discreet, instant, cheaper than the cigarettes. Put NanoNicks in your vein and feel the difference today. This game came out 2015. I wonder if vaping existed. To my understanding, vaping is cheaper than cigarettes and a discreet way of getting nicotine if you want it. Or THC, apparently. I don't know. Yeah, this song. Man, it's... oh, man, it's just so f***ing good. I'm leaving that on. Holy I love it. Oh yeah, we were here slightly towards the end of the last time I played. To order food for yourself and heal up, which is nice. Okay. Also, the other day I was looking at the level editor. I'm just gonna say it out right now. I don't think I have what it takes to actually use it, but I do think it's pretty neat that the game comes with the level editor. I just realized, okay, it looks like you have to program custom script, and I'm not good enough to do that. This gives you geocache tokens, which I believe are just a way to throw coins and stuff. Now, we stayed at the hotel, we slept. I wonder if we were supposed to do that, if that's gonna impact us negatively. We're supposed to be keeping a low profile, but we'll see what happens. I haven't even really talked to anyone. Is there any like secret side quests? Like there's this dude here, punk girl. Well, if you know me, I like to use voice mod because I bought it one time, so.
It's just no use trying to run from the cops anymore, you know? With their Hudsons and their drones, they can follow you anywhere, even in a crowd. You got a scrambler, you can mess up their sight for a little while. Those are so expensive. My girlfriend and I are going to go tag the courthouse later tonight. She thinks there won't be any trouble, but I feel a lot safer if we had a scrambler.
Oh, we can choose to help out. The scrambler is that grenade thing, I think, that disables cameras.
Here, take this one. Are you for real? Hey, it's not much, but take my rail pass in exchange. I'll need to travel off the grid tonight anyway.
I mean, that could have probably worked out for us because I feel like if we pay with credit at any of these things, we probably get tracked. I feel like that's, I don't know, I'm just theorizing what could happen in this level. But, you know, maybe it's also just a level that's doing a little bit of the calm before the storm, you know? Like, a little bit of peacefulness before you do some more sneaking around. And I actually appreciate the game for doing that, giving you a level where it's like, yeah, you can just wander around and explore and relax, take up some of the atmosphere before you do more sneaking around. It's good.
Stay safe, yeah?
Well, thank you. Young man. I like taking walks at night. The cool air, the hum of the city, it helps me forget her. Aw, sorry, bro. But, you know what? I do appreciate... I appreciate the the thought behind that. It is sometimes nice to just take a relaxing walk. You know, get your mind off things. Stranger. I feel like this type of dude has been popping up. In our glory days, we lit the sky in brilliant pink and blue. Ominous. There was also some guy over here I didn't bother talking to earlier. But yeah, so today is Sunday. It's actually really late Sunday. How late is it? It's late enough that I actually probably should stop playing right now and go to bed, even though I've only been playing for 8 minutes. Oh, okay. I was just curious what this guy was saying, but yeah, he's selling a scrambler. Probably should have read through the dialogue, I just didn't. Oh yeah, this is the area I broke into earlier. Yeah, okay. That's how we got that. Fall damage? Nope. Thank goodness. Aww.
I swear, an honest person can't go for a walk anymore without being watched by a dozen cameras. And you, with that Hudson on your face, you're probably recording me now, aren't you? Why can't you government types just leave us alone?
I don't think I talked to her.
You should see this park in the sunlight. It's so vibrant, or it used to be. I can't remember the last time I came here during the day, actually.
Well, it's mostly a stealth game, so I have a feeling... Oh, hotel room keycard. Okay, now we gotta go back to that hotel. Oh, it's geocache there. But I don't feel right just barging into that guy's kitchen, so I won't. Locked door. Trying to keep a low profile still. What's this? Rail pass. Oh, and cash. Okay, I guess that would have been another way to go about it. But I didn't mind helping the people out. Maybe we'll see them again. Maybe not. God, I love the music. It's so good. Yeah, so, okay, yeah, I'm some wannabe Let's Player and streamer. Haven't even streamed in a while just because of my schedule being all over the place. I got the newborn. He's gonna be, well, it's gonna be 4 weeks old tomorrow, which you would say, why not just say a month? Well, the day of the month of the date lines up differently than the week, so it gets a little bit confusing in that regard. So I don't know if I go by the actual like amount of weeks literally, or if I just yeah, does that even make sense? So let's say his birthday lined up on the 15th, right? Well, 4 weeks later is not on the 15th, so you know what I mean? But yeah, he's another geocache. Okay, I guess we should get going. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a secret over there, but I'm okay. Let's see where... Oh. This looks spooky. Why is it so grainy? Huh. Something happening to our character?
Hi, Bernard. I've just arrived at the clinic.
Can't remember the voice I did for this guy. I think it was mine. You need to get your agency tracking implant removed ASAP. This clinic has the facilities you need, but you can't risk leaving a paper trail of the operation. It's after hours, so most of the medical staff should be gone for the day. You need to break in and perform the operation yourself. Watch out for building security. After you remove the tracking device, toss it into the medical waste incinerator. Then find the server room and erase the surgical logs to cover your tracks. When you're done here, hop on the train to the old Ballistica. I know someone there who may be able to help you out. Good luck, Jill. Got this interesting green filter. It's kind of ominous to be honest. Oh, let's get a lay of the land, shall we? Oh, that's new. That's like a drone. Okay. Yeah, right. What was I going to talk about? I think I was going to talk about that, okay, yeah. I'm busy. I got the newborn, the toddler, trying to do my best to juggle them and work and family and all that stuff. And hey, that's just the chapter of my life. And I'm doing relatively well. It just, what it ultimately means is the time I put into them has to come from somewhere else. And that just means a little bit less time for my own hobbies, but that's okay because that's just part about being a dad, and it's their formative years. And yeah, absolutely, I got to be there for them and spend time with them and help out my wife and all that stuff. She's still recovering. She's still having some issues with her blood pressure. I think it's called like hypoclampsia, or I'm butchering it already. I know it's not called that. Or is it called that? It's a blood pressure thing that has to do with after childbirth and all that stuff. Anyways, short story long, she's suffering from symptoms of spiking blood pressure, which is causing her to feel kind of nauseous and sick. So we've been just kind of monitoring that, and yeah, basically that just involves follow-ups with the midwife, the doctors, making sure her medication is up to date as her blood pressure starts to regulate. it's been a bit of a process, and sometimes she gets really winded, but she's still being tough. And, you know, I appreciate her being tough. She just is. I guess sometimes I just worry she pushes herself too hard. But, you know, that's where I step in, right? Let's continue to sneak around. You know, let's get the high ground. Feel safer once we're up here. Looks like we're good. We're probably gonna need to do some hacking. Good lay of the land. See, I feel like I would actually really enjoy making levels in the map editor for this. It just, if I need to do some sort of custom text notepad coding, I'm just gonna fail in that regard. I am not programming savvy. I've tried to make games in the past before using, what was it? There's like an adventure game studio. Blue Cup. You know what? It's been so long I don't actually remember what it's called. But basically, I'm starting to think this was a bad idea. Being up here, yeah. But as long as you can climb your way back up, you're okay. There's no, oops. Oh, those, oh. See, these mysterious strangers are always everywhere looking around. I do like the green effect. It's kind of spooky. I don't know why. Okay, just out of curiosity, I'm just gonna see if I can open that door. Yeah, actually, hold on. I'm just curious what it's called. I'm just gonna quickly look it up. 1 second. Okay, apparently it's called Adventure Game Studio. I don't know why I thought it was called Blue Cup, but I guess it's because the icon is a blue cup there. Yeah, I tried learning this a long time ago, and I failed miserably at it. Oh, Gemini Rue. Resonance, yeah. These two became licensed games, didn't they? Like actual, like... Yeah, you can buy them. This is a really good game. I own Resonance, I've never played it. Anyways, I should get back to the other game I'm playing. 1 second. Right, okay. Well, I see an air vent there. I'm just gonna see these doors open. That is such a security issue right there. Like, and it was so easy for me to get up here. I mean, maybe they weren't expecting anyone to just do it. Or maybe there was someone actually patrolling and I bypassed them, but... Wow. Okay, we'll see. We'll see if my luck keeps up. Okay. So that's locked. It's not good. Okay. Take it back. Jeez. Please don't see me. Oh, thank God. Wow. You're criticizing it, but I almost got myself in trouble there. Wow. You're going around, right? Did he already go back down? Oh, yeah. Okay, I don't want to move anymore. I'll wait till he patrols back and then I can react. The game's starting to grow on me. I know I was kind of... I feel like I would have been critical, you know, since the first time I played this game would have been like 6 months ago. I probably was critical of the presentation of the kind of blockiness of the game, but it grows on you. I want the guard to come back so I can just punch him and or knock him out. Anyways, another game engine I tried to get to know was Ren'Py, I think is what it's called. It's the visual novel engine editor. That might be a story for another day, but for a while I was I was part of Watercrest Studios trying to make visual novels because, you know, I played one and I was like, hey, this is kind of like a text choose your own adventure type of thing. So anyways, Ren'Py. Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain, but I think the easiest way to summarize it is probably the first visual novel I played was Snatcher. Well, I mean, I watched my oldest cousin. I give all my cousins kind of nicknames. Just in case they're like, hey, why are you talking about me? This would have been my oldest cousin. Oh, let's call him Guru. Guru, yeah. Because he's the sagiest, you know, played D&D and all that stuff. Yeah, and he had a Sega CD, and I watched him play Snatcher, and I thought it was the coolest thing. And yeah, it was essentially like a visual novel with some basic navigation and dialogue and reading and investigation. And you could basically do all that stuff in Ren'Py if you tried. But of course, it's easier to just do simple yes or no type of questions. But yeah, more on that later. So, Adventure Game Studios, right? It kind of got me interested where I was like, well, I could just make some really simple graphical assets. It'd be easier than animating, which I'm just abysmal of. Couldn't do it for the Adventure Game Studios thing I was talking about. Assets of that would eventually make its way into... So let's reel it back. I tried Adventure Game Studio. I failed miserably to try to make anything, but I did draw some backgrounds and stuff, you know, in pencil. And eventually I wanted to try to, you know, make a bunch of backgrounds, make some sprites, animate it, make a point-and-click adventure game. Because I grew up playing King's Quest, particularly King's Quest V, and later number 6. So, King's Quest V has a special place in my heart, though. Oh gosh, I'm just in bright light. I do not feel safe just wandering around blindly, so let's just hang around in the dark for a couple seconds and make sure no one patrols. Might not be the most stimulating thing for a stealth game, but I feel like I'm at a bit of a disadvantage in the open light. And there you go. The perfect timing. I could have really hurt myself there. We'll just stay in this dark corner. Okay. Well, it's an empty hallway. Unless you go through that doorway, you'll be coming back, so... Let's wait right here. Seems like we're in pure darkness. But yeah, I loved King's Quest V. I thought it was amazing, and it's why I have such a weird... Well, I keep saying the word weird. I have an appreciation for pixely graphics, especially that era. Now, I have probably said where I don't like earlier than that, like... Earlier than that... Graphics earlier than that. Oh, gosh, I can't talk. Let's just make our way this way. Like, I think the best way to describe it is I have immense, crazy nostalgia for Super Nintendo era graphics as well as, let's say, King's Quest V. Because I grew up playing King's Quest V and I loved it. I love the pixeliness. I love how the detail of the backgrounds and the little cutscenes that would play. But I guess in terms of point-and-click adventure games, anything older than King's Quest V that had your like DOS kind of colors, were like the vibrant greens and reds and pinks. Don't get me wrong, nothing's wrong with it. I wasn't as big as a fan, and it just... I guess it's where I draw the line. King's Quest V in Super Nintendo. Whereas original Nintendo and like maybe King's Quest IV, the graphics didn't appeal to me or pull me in. Does that make sense? Yeah, anyways. Adventure Game Studio. I tried, made some art, couldn't make a point-and-click adventure game. I didn't even really have an idea. I was gonna just start out with some sort of wandering around a forest maze type of situation. But no, I failed. So nothing ever came of it. I don't even think I have the files, but the art assets later on, many years later, I would make on the DM's Guild. And DM's Guild is basically a way to make D&D 5e content, use their license, and sell it on the website, DM's Guild. And yeah, you get a 50% cut of the product if you sell it. So basically you can use it to make homebrew. And I spent quite some time making a product called Clyde's... Oh, can't even think of the name of it. It's been so long since I talked about it. Clyde Blackthorn's Book of Rogues. Jeez. I'm going to choose not to hurt him. I don't think I have to. I do need what he needs, or has.
Clyde Blackthorn's Book of Rogues. Anyways. Oh, geez, all these tangents. Where am I talking? Anyways, Clyde Blackthorn's Book of Rogues is something I made a while ago, and it's just crammed full of art I had made for it. But for random background assets, I just snuck in some really old art I made that had no purpose other than to be something that I created with the intent of having been in a point-and-click adventure game and to tell a story, and it just didn't. And I felt like rolling it into that product was a good way to honor it.
Staff access. Probably you shouldn't even be running around. Oh boy. Okay. I feel like I want to see what's down here. Kind of clear out the areas that aren't separated by doors, if that makes any sense. So because this hallway is a bit continuous, I should probably explore a bit and find out what's down here. Switches. Oh, that's a street. Okay. Right, main floor. I think taking out this guy should not be too hard. Anyways, yeah, so short story long, as it always is with me. Yeah, at some point I ended up making a book. Here, hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, this is what I was talking about. Yeah, I made a thing for DM's Guild a while ago. I can't even remember when. And right. So show the cover page separately. Okay, there we go. So if we go all the way, well, yeah, okay, this would have been some of the art assets for that point-and-click thing that I'm rambling about for some reason. I have to talk about it because I was talking about it. It's making no sense. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna freaking just show him talk about. So a little bit of this here was from that point-and-click game I tried to make that I was talking about that failed, as well as this there, yeah. And the reason being is because I made this art, and
I made all the art in the book, but some of the background art was from this point-and-click adventure game that never got off the ground.
a lot of it was newer than that stuff, but I had made it a long time ago, and it's like, I'll just sneak it in the background to kind of flesh it out. Like, you can't even really see it, but you can just faintly see this pencil work of like a tree in the background. This page as well, another kind of like tree assets. They weren't even really that good. That's why they're, just placed in the background here. But yeah, I had spent a lot of time on it when I was younger. Whenever Ben Jordan 6 came out, Ben Jordan 6 release date? Not Air Jordans. Ben Jordan Paranormal Investigator. Six. Case 6. 2008. Well. Great. I'm going down a stupid... Sorry. Case 6. 2007. Yeah, okay, that seems right. Yeah, 2007 is when I was messing around with that. Just trying to remember when these games came out. I should revisit these games. Wow, what an episode about nothing to do with Neon Struct. I am so sorry. I'm just going down one of my random rabbit holes where I'm trying to explain myself and unable to explain myself. I probably should just go to sleep and go to work. Yeah, I should do that actually. Okay. I'll be back to the game tomorrow. Anyways, there you go. Some extended lore. Exclusive to Neon Struct, I guess. Yeah, this would have been a background of one of the BG's background images, I guess, of the proposed point-and-click adventure game that I never got around to finishing. But, anyways, okay. Is this it? Oh yeah, totally is. Add to playlist. Oh, awesome. Also here. Add to playlist. All right. Hey, hi there. SomeoneNamedDean is back. It's been 2 days since I last played, so I guess I'm doing one of those episodes where I'm splitting everything in half. Oh, let's just adjust my audio. There we go. I think that's better. Okay. Continue. Right. Last time we were playing, I don't remember what I was talking about, but we're trying to break into a clinic. Surgically remove the tracking device from your body, dispose of the tracking device, erase any records of your action from the servers. When you are done, board the train to the old basilica. Okay. And to whoever you are and whenever you are, I hope you are doing well. I'm doing good. Oh, I mean, mostly good other than all these people here. I think I'm gonna have to start knocking people out. I could imagine that the purest of stealth gamers out there have no trouble playing through this game and not having to worry, you know, just being able to just dodge everyone, but that ain't me. Let's just hope this isn't occupied. Perfect. Sorry, buddy. Nothing personal. I might as well take a look around just to see if there's any geocaches. Good. I will also check this one. Yeah, perfect, another geocache. Okay. Just a little fun collectible. Yeah, right now I'm just doing this offline because, yeah, still acclimating to having 2 children in the house. The newborn is almost a month old. Technically 4 weeks old, but not necessarily. I know it doesn't make sense. I think I talked about this last time. Let's get out the light here. I think once I clear out this area, I'll feel a little bit more comfortable. Oops, sorry, buddy. Wandering around in the light. Yeah, today wasn't a bad day today. It was a busy one. It was a busy one. To those who may not know, I technically, well, I'm considered what's, I'm not necessarily a team lead or a supervisor of any sort, but I'm kind of below that ranking where I help delegate to a existing department. And yeah, sometimes it gets a little bit busy, but you know, everyone I guess I quote unquote oversee, everyone's autonomous and self-sufficient. I don't even look at myself as any sort of form of, how do I explain it, being above anyone? If that makes any sense. Like, I'm just there to help people. I'm just there to help solve problems if I can, or troubleshoot, or, you know, just do things that people don't want to do. I'm perfectly fine with that. So, it does sometimes feel like I'm doing fetch quests, but that's perfectly fine. Nordhagen Clinic Directory. Floor 3 is maintenance, IT department, so we're gonna have to go there. Floor 2 surgery, intensive care. Floor 1 is admitting, pharmacy, and waste disposal. Okay, so we actually have to go back to the second floor, so maybe we'll just do that and come back here later. That way we're being a bit efficient with our sneaking around. Okay, now, wasn't there people patrolling this area before? And okay, I think I did actually clear out some people. I can't quite remember though. I just feel so hesitant just going towards the door and not trying to open it. Let's wait a couple seconds here. Yeah, no, today was good. Everyone was doing really well. I'm very proud of my department. They were quite autonomous today because I did a lot of fetch questing, as I put it. Not necessarily for them today, more so for upper management and stuff like that. There was a couple units that were missing their decals, so I had to go out into the yard. And it was reported to me that a decal was missing. Somehow I overlooked it, but I think it might have been for a unit that was done when I was probably at the hospital for that week. So I know it's like basically almost a month ago. But sometimes we make a batch of things and then they just kind of sit on the yard until the customer's ready to do like a mass pickup. And yeah, the thing we're making is very technical. It's a lead. Well, I say it's very technical. It's not the most technical thing in the world. It's not like heavy duty mechanics or anything like that. But just, you know, air and electrical and stuff like that. Welding. I don't do any welding. I help out with the air and electrical and... Right. Okay. I see. We got key cards, so that's going to make our life a little bit easier there. But yeah, so it was reported to me a decal was missing, so I was like, okay, I'm going to go there, but while I'm at it, I'm going to take these booklets to make sure that all the information was verified. And then I grabbed the decal that I believed was missing, because I could just go on to a useless tangent. I mean, I guess that's kind of what I do on this channel. Sorry. I don't know. I gotta fill the void with something. Interesting stuff? Me? Nah. Okay, well, we'll just wait a couple seconds and see what happens. Some decals had to get pulled because they were incorrect. They were branded with the wrong company name. So that was all fine and dandy, but then there was a bit of a struggle of finding said decals, and they were never delivered to my department. I had to go hunting to a warehouse. Normally we have a dude who can deliver stuff, but I guess he's short-staffed, so I've kind of taken upon myself to hunt for stuff. Yesterday, when I last played this game, I played this game 2 days ago, right? So yesterday, which would have been the day after the last time I played this game, I basically spent the entire shift hunting for parts because we didn't have anyone in warehouse. So, warehouse people, you are valued. You are appreciated. For me to go into someone else's system and try to find parts, yeah, took me a long time. But I guess there's some other factors too. I don't, you know, I don't think the person who delivered the decals put it in the right spot because they didn't. So I was lucky I found them by accident, if that makes any sense. They were in a spot they shouldn't have been, aka in between some stuff. It's like, what is this bundle of decals here with this elastic band? And it's only like a 2x3 inch, you know, decal. So it's like peeking through these folders and stuff, trying to find it. Found it, and then I did find it. I grabbed it. I think that's where I started. No, let's not actually go in line of sight just in case. Yeah, and then so sorry, that drone scared me earlier, so I already lost my train of thought here. That person's coming from the left, so let's just wait here and do a judo chop. If it's 2 people, I'm gonna be in trouble. Because I do believe it might be 2 people cycling. Like, yeah, I believe so. I remember the individual had black hair. Or maybe they're just patrolling that one hallway and not swapping spots, I'm not sure. Sorry. Honestly, knocking people probably is it's not nice for the people. They're probably concussed. Probably have to take some time off work. Workers' comp, I guess. I don't know. Operating room, perfect. Let's just make sure everywhere else is safe, though. Well, I might just clear out the other side of the hallway here. I think that guy's just content looking outside, so we'll keep it that way. I don't want to try to hurt any of the hospital staff here or clinic staff. I mean, you know, it's kind of weird to have some sort of weird standards in a video game. But, you know, security guards, I guess it comes with the territory. He's gonna come through this doorway. We'll find out in a second. Yep. Sorry, buddy. Oh. Oh, that's like an... Okay. I might actually have to knock out some hospital staff if they're looking into other rooms. Okay, let's find you a dark corner to just chill in for a second. You know, I can go back up here, I think. So, this is me playing stealth games. Okay, hey. This is a detail I didn't notice before. Going upstairs, extremely slow with the body. A lot faster, because you have that weight. That is a surprisingly nice, you know, level of detail there. Anyways, back to my tangents to fill the void. Right, got the cool slide ability. So I found the said decal. I went out into the yard. I took the print and realized, oh, this is a decal I've never seen before. Hence why I think it was finished when I wasn't there. It was missing actually other decals because I don't think I was the one who did the pre-delivery inspection on it. So it is good that I went out. So I verified everything on the book and it's like, well, it just seems like there's this one additional decal that I don't have any information on. It turns out that the print had been updated, but the booklet, the work instruction booklet that was delivered to my department wasn't updated, and I guess I wasn't notified. It is what it is. It's just one of those things that happens, you know.
You know, I just personally think best practice would be that if a print was updated, that, you know, you let people know and update the books that they have. Because how else would they know that what they have is reliable or not? It's just, oh, happenstance, I don't trust the book. I'm just going to look it up. Oh, it turns out it's outdated. Like, and anyway, so I'm just rambling.
Guess I'm gonna have to go through one of these rooms here. Very busy section. Works for me. Okay. Oh, you're just a patient. Okay. Let's hope I don't actually have to knock anyone out. I don't have to. Is this the hallway that I was in before? Yes, it was. Or was it? I'm not actually sure anymore. Luckily, we're in pitch darkness, so we're gonna just wait here for you to come by and then judo chop. Yeah, so I went out to the yard, realized, hey, I don't have this decal, it doesn't exist. Went to the computer, punched in the work instruction number I had. It revealed a revised version that I didn't have. So then I promptly went hunting for that decal. It took quite some time today. Ugh. Sorry. And then you can't see, right? New patient. And then he'll be my witness. Did you see anything? No. Okay. Might be better off just staying in this hallway here until that person walks away. Okay. I think we're all right. You know that hallway to the very the one I was in near that doctor staring out the window? I probably would have just had a better time going through that area. Operating room. But looks like I'm where I need to be. Looks like there's an alarm system. Right. Scrambler would have come in handy, except I think I gave away my only one. Although I could probably just duck under the... Okay, yeah, this is the hallway I was in before. This would have been just easier to just go into here, but I didn't know this was here, so... I was looking around at the door plaques, I probably would have noticed. Perfect. Okay, let's just sneak under the camera. Let's disable this. And hope the game has some mercy. Okay. I feel like now would be the perfect time for someone to come in and be like, whoa. Technically don't have to do this, but... There we go. Not so bad. Okay, let's do this. Oh, that seemed visceral, but yeah, objective complete. Okay. So now I think we got to go to the bottom floor. There's like a whole hospital wing too over there. But I think we're gonna just stay on track here. Plus, whoever you are and whenever you are, if you ever decide playing this game, you can do a more thorough playthrough and explore the other areas. Me, I just feel like Agent Cleary here, she probably would be a very efficient person and she would just go for what she needs to do and not linger and wander. But you know, probably missing out on all sorts of secrets and stuff and goodies. You know, potentially useful items and all that. Waste disposal should be somewhere around here. These look like really fancy bathrooms. Nope, this is just outside. Why did I make that assumption? Yeah, let's not go that way. If I'm gonna leave, I'm probably gonna leave the way I came. There's an odd peacefulness to stealth games, just kind of lingering, you know, and wandering in places that you know you're not supposed to be in. Wow, I'm so lucky they didn't see me. I think a very risky game here, just going for this guy. Okay, looks like we're all right, but it's very bright in here, and I do not like that. How's it in here? Okay, well, there's light switches. That makes me feel a little better. Well, I guess I'm on the run, so... Suppose I can borrow a couple supplies here. $100 cash. All right. We got here. Health stims. You know what? Thematic. I'm actually glad the game didn't hurt me after the surgery machine, but I feel like it would have been appropriate if it did. Okay, let's go back here. Unfortunately, when I play stealth games, I mostly kind of do a lot of crouching. So if you ever watch me do future playthroughs, it's gonna be a lot of that, unfortunately. I don't like making a lot of noise. Unless I have to. So this is the waste disposal? Yeah, I guess it's like a furnace room. Perfect. Anything hidden here? Surprised there isn't like a geocache in there. Okay. That's probably the stairs up to... Is this the streets outside? Okay. Yeah, that probably goes up to like the patient ward I was in before. Okay. Oh. I'm glad they don't mind wandering around in the dark. Lots of nooks and crannies, so that way you don't have to... Can't tell which way he's looking, which is making me nervous. I person should be probably coming back. Yep. Sorry. Well, I'm forgetting to pickpocket people. It's probably gonna lead outside, right? Oh, that person has their back turned, so we're okay. But I don't think I need to go in there. Okay, another access point. Lots of ways to leave. So, honestly, probably should just go back upstairs. That'll be the medical storage room. No need to go in there, so we won't. Save some electricity. They either heard me or noticed something was off. Maybe because I was running around. Okay. Cool. Right, I guess I've been kind of getting distracted with all my sneaky shenanigans here. Let's go back to the 3rd floor. I don't even remember what I was talking about. I'm kind of semi-holding my breath as I'm going around just because I want to make sure I can hear people. You know, all their footsteps and stuff. This is making me want to go kind of on a stealth video game kicker. And I do want to play the Splinter Cell games, and I would love to revisit Dishonored 1 and 2. Those games are great. Kind of almost want to check out some more Messiah or Might of Magic, Dark Messiah of Might of Magic, or whatever that game's called, which was also done by the same devs, Arcane Studios, the guys who did Dishonored. Because I appreciate that game's, at least, you know, okay, I only started playing it for like the one time for that subscriber special. And, you know, Corvo has teleporting powers. Seraph doesn't seem to have that, and I appreciate the low-level stealth, if that makes sense. That's not necessarily the right way to describe it. Underpowered, perhaps? Corvo had a lot of mystical powers in favor of him sneaking around, which was awesome. But I kind of like the groundedness of Seraph having to just sneak around. Yeah, I kind of just like, at least in this game, I don't know, there's some sort of peacefulness to just walking around, the hum of the electricity, not bumping into anyone. Makes me feel like I'd enjoy all those backroom types style games, like where you're in those industrial looking environments or whatever, because they're also kind of eerie and involve you wandering in places that you probably shouldn't be in. Guess it's just that peaceful quietness, like you're not necessarily alone. Like you're like the only person left in a store and you're just walking around, everything's brightly lit and it's very peaceful. Or maybe you're the last person to leave a movie theater. All the concession stands are closed. Just the hum of the arcade machines or the buzz of the electricity. It's like the tranquility of a mall and you're there past hours. And yeah, everything's just quiet. Or you're at a museum and you're the last person to leave, knowing at some point, once you step out those doors, you're not going to be able to come back in. It'll be closed. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I don't want to risk punching that guy out. It does appear that I am in darkness, so I could probably just... Okay, perfect. We're just gonna hide you somewhere. Oh no! This is new. I haven't had to encounter anyone. I panicked. Well, I do deserve that because I was very, very much bold. It's like, oh yeah, I'll just hide them in this brightly lit office room. Very foolish of me. Oh man, that scared me. now that I'm a little bit panicked, I don't think I want to stay here much longer. And also, I don't know if my tangent makes any sense. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to explain. Maybe I'm just trying to explain things I don't know how to explain, and that's just also part of the channel. Oh, you know what? Actually, part of the channel is just figuring out what part of the channel is about. I guess it would be about, I don't know. I've expressed the notion before, but just something to leave behind for the kids, so they have a little bit of a snapshot of how I was or who I am at a certain moment of time. And I think that'd be kind of neat if they have an interest in it, and they don't have to. But if they did, well, it exists. You can see some of the video games I played. Okay. That person in red looks kind of important. So we gotta destroy the records. Matt, I'll be out of the office next week to attend the annual IT conference. The system is running smooth, but don't hesitate to call me, blah, blah. 7267. Geocache and... There we go. Let's get out of this room. Well, we got a witness. I don't feel bold anymore. I might just have to wait for that one person to come by, so I will. Anyways, I am definitely all over the place. So, on the topic of the whole decal situation of today, yeah, it was good. It was nice to get some fresh air. It was a beautiful sunny day. I went for a nice little walk to the yard. Had to find the units. And yeah, I identified some decals which were missing, which was good. I came back out with the revised print, and as well as I noticed, I was instructed to apply decals on some of the units in such a way that didn't have a print. So I submitted I can't remember what the abbreviation is, but I submitted a form, basically red penned it. So took a print, offered some suggestions for revisions because, I don't know, that's the right thing to do. That way it doesn't get missed by the next people who make the product, essentially. I'm just trying to do my part and be proactive. That way it's less of a headache if it ever comes up again. Just trying to help. Oh, and I also flipped a chassis today, which I'm extremely rusty. It's pretty heavy, but I used both cranes today, so it wasn't so bad. But still very rusty. Kind of makes me a little nervous. I don't want to shock the cranes. If that makes any sense. I don't want them to just suddenly jerk and get dragged across the ceiling. It's hard to explain without having a visual for me, but basically we have remote controlled cranes that kind of hover around our roof, allow us to pick up things and kind of puppy dog walk them. Does that make sense? You know, just hold on to it and use the crane and kind of just leash them, guide them to where they need to go, because a lot of stuff we deal with is very heavy. Okay, finally that person's coming over here. So I did that, and that was how I wrapped up my day. And yeah, overall, it was a nice day. It was really nice to just get some fresh air and just wander around the sun. It's kind of, the weather's getting a lot more clear, and it just feels good. The sun just feels good. Driving to work every day is feeling a little bit better because the sun is slowly coming out. You know what? As thorough as I want to be, I kind of want to clear out my records and just get out of here. Jeez. My goodness. You literally just walking back and forth? We are not going that way. I think there's a certain energy stealth games possess where usually it takes place at night where everything is peaceful, but the tension is real. There's danger. You are outnumbered, you're outgunned. Things can remain quiet if you're careful enough. You don't have to disrupt anything, you don't have to disturb anyone or even harm anyone. You're just a passerby, a ghost, a witness. And I don't know, it's just it can be peaceful in that way. And I always find that stealth game protagonists are always interesting because usually the stakes are against them. Sometimes it's world saving even. You know, think of like Sam Fisher or John Metal Gear. Yeah, they're going against the odds and they need to use every trick up their sleeve and be more careful than the people pursuing them, because that's the only way to survive. Looks like there's a ceiling access. I don't think I could climb that. That's okay. Ah, here we go. Right. What do the X's mean again? They are indestructible? Oof. Oh, come on. Deleting surgical records. Delete successful. Okay, we can get out of here. So let's do that. I think we'll just go back the way we came. Just seems like the easiest route. It was oddly satisfying to just slide around like that. Kind of makes me think of just kind of spamming an action just because it feels pleasant to do so, even if it doesn't really make sense for the character. Immediate example I think of is Link from Ocarina of Time, where you just you just roll around Hyrule Field and just keep spamming it because it was just a quicker way to get around. Well, I guess we'll go back down this way. There we go. Phew, I do not like looking down. That is quite the drop. And I guess I'll try to go back up the rail like I did before. Or I probably could actually just take that train, so I will. So yeah, like half the level I feel like I didn't even check out, but that's okay. And as a stealth game protagonist, it's all about keeping the peace and not bugging anyone. Just doing what you gotta do to survive, to make it through at the end of the day. Something commendable about that, I guess. I'm not doing good in terms of stealth here, but I'm trying. Okay. Hey, our buddy Vinod. Okay. There's a woman named Alyssa Lawrence who operates a shelter at the old Basilica. I've told her to expect you, and I trust she will be sympathetic to your situation. I won't be able to contact you again. The agency is clamping down, and I fear they're close to discovering that I've helped you out. Take care of yourself, Jill.
Thanks. You too, Vinod.
Oh no, another song that I'm probably gonna really like. Yeah, the game is definitely winning me over. Like, I know that this is just... It's just a big old box room full of voxels. I know that... They did... I think they did good. With their, with how they portrayed the stages. And all of it is essentially in this. I'm hitting number 0, by the way. That goes into the level editor. Local news. Police are on the scene at the courthouse after 2 young women were sighted defacing the historic building with spray paint. One of the women threw an explosive device at the officers, momentarily stunning them. The women retreated from the courthouse and their whereabouts are currently unknown. The police department was asked anyone with information to please come forward. Well, I'm glad it was at least addressed. I'm glad they're okay. Let's wander around this area here. I just want to kind of see what's going on. And then I should actually probably wrap this up, because even though I feel fine, this is technically the other half of an episode I already started. Really dark over here. No secrets? Yeah, I guess there doesn't need to be a secret in every single nook and cranny. Tired woman. Yeah, must be tired of everything hanging out here, but you know what? It's a nice, clean little alleyway. I guess it's not so bad. It's well lit. Oh.
Spare some change so I can eat.
Yeah. No, information. So if you're looking to score some stims, ask the man at the food truck about the special menu. I'm having trouble tabbing through all my various menus I have going on my Stream Deck. I have a little Stream Deck. That's how I
do all these voices here. The special menu? Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
If I had the disposable income, I probably would have got the obnoxious, like, really big one. Just because, I don't know, I'm kind of a bit ambitious when it comes to all the scenes and stuff that I use, but I get along just fine with having several folders for everything. But as you kind of witnessed there, I was like, chose a voice from a folder that I didn't quite really organize as well as I should have. And then it was just awkward to swap back and forth. Now, with some proper preparation and foresight, it wouldn't be an issue to do that, but... well... it's like a nice little apartment area, isn't it? Oh yeah, it totally is. Just sleep in a random bed that isn't ours. Closet. I like it. I like how you can just wander to these units. It's just a nice, you know, a little bit of detail. Even if there's no point to do it. Like, they could have just had these as solid block buildings with doors that don't open, but you are allowed to wander in them. And it's multi-storied. That is a beat cop.
Sorry, miss. You can't come in here.
What's going on here?
All I can say is the Fed's got a warrant to search this place. Just keep it warm until they arrive.
You don't sound too happy to be here.
This is my neighborhood, you know. I grew up here, raised my kids here. I care about what happens and try to keep these people safe. Then the feds take an interest in someone, decide Mr. Reclusive here is reading the wrong website or what have you, and now it's their jurisdiction and I can just wait at the door like an obedient dog.
What can you tell me about the occupant of this apartment?
Not much. I rarely saw the guy, you know. He kept to himself. Wouldn't say hi if you passed him in the street. I guess he got wise to the feds and skipped town. Can't say I'm too broken up over it. Something about that man gave me the willies.
I'll be leaving now.
Huh. Yeah, could have been just an introvert. I wonder if there's a way to sneak into that room. I don't want to push my luck though, so I'll just I'll explore the map a little bit more. Ooh, okay, I should probably actually get ready to go to bed here. It's getting very late. But yeah, I might as well just recap how my weekend went. I know it's midway through the week, but it's been a bit of a busy time period. I'm gonna be acclimating. I know I say that word a lot to things going on. Also, this music's also stellar here, but I'll have to just check out the Spotify playlist. But yeah, it was a good weekend. It started out with Friday. Well, Friday was actually a really hectic and stressful day. Had some hydraulic failures. I don't want to get into too much detail, but I wasn't involved with the installation of something, but I had to help fix it because that's just part of my job as pre-delivery inspection, and it was a bit flustering troubleshooting things, but we figured it out in the end. One of my coworkers who I look up to, an older gentleman, who's I feel like in many ways a mentor. I asked if I could buy him a beer after work. He Uno reversoed it. I got to meet his wife, and we just chatted about kids and stuff, and that was nice. I was telling them about my kids, and they told me about their kids like 20 or 30 years ago, I guess. And it was good. And then I drove home, hung out with the wife, and because the grandparent, her dad picked up the toddler, I was like wondering, hey, wife, what should we do? And we did nothing. We relaxed. We ordered in. And yeah, I guess I edited a couple of my videos backlog, which what you're watching now is also going to be backlog later on. That's just, I guess, the cycle I'm in right now, unfortunately. I'm trying my best, but yeah, just juggling. I was young and came here to Basilica every weekend. I never see kids anymore. Basilica. Anyways. And then, yeah, I think, Saturday we tidied up the garage, organized the house a bit, did what we could. Mostly relaxed. And then, yeah, I went to pick up my son, had dinner with the in-laws. And I think Sunday was me heading out to do a big Costco shop. Yeah, big Costco shop by myself, which was all right. On the way home from the in-laws the day before that, the newborn wasn't enjoying the chair, the car seat. And I was like, well, wife, you're just going to stay home. ... Okay. Feel like he's going to be important later. So yeah, I headed out and spent way more money than I should have on food because being alive is expensive, but that's just the era we live in, and it's all good. And yeah, it was a good weekend. Got a lot done. And then, yeah. Can't really say much else. Yesterday was also a hectic day. I guess today was a hectic day. Also head out today to finally donate some of that stuff that we gathered up on the weekend when cleaning out the garage, and get the kiddo some new clothing, some new socks. Because that's just part of being a parent, and boy do kids' clothing rack up. But hey,
Part of life. Ugh, yep, part of life. Anyways, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure this is the place to be. This looks very important, so... Yeah, I gotta say, this game is really winning me over. I didn't expect it to. I'm glad someone told me to revisit it on the YouTube comment section. So, okay, I think I'm just gonna... I think I'm gonna just stop here for now because I've been playing, I think, long enough, so I should spend some time with the kiddos and the wife, so I'm gonna do that. So, hey, whoever you are, whenever you are, I hope you had a good day today, and I hope you enjoyed watching. Yes, maybe more of this later. We'll see. But until then, you have yourself a fantastic day, afternoon, evening, or night, whoever you are, whenever you are, and I'll catch you later.